Okay, so in this next worksheet, we're going to create the letters in perspective. Now, each letter in this worksheet has its own vanishing point. So you'll notice here it says vanishing point A, vanishing point L, that's for the letter L, the T, vanishing point W, and vanishing point E. Now, they've already done the letter T for you, so you can show that it is a three-dimensional block letter. So we're going to have to do A, L, E, and W. And there are some slightly tricky parts that I'm going to point out to you. So let's go ahead and start with the A. Now, just like with the boxes in perspective, we're going to go to each and every corner and connect it to the vanishing point. So I'm going to start up top, and I'm going to put my pencil right on that point, and I'm going to line it up with the vanishing point. Now, if it goes through itself, just like the boxes, we'll know that we don't need to draw it. So I don't need to draw this one. So I'm going to move over to this one here. It also goes through itself, so I don't need to draw that one. I'm going to go to the top of the A. Now you'll notice when I go to the top point of the inside of the A, I do actually see it a little bit. So I do actually need to draw that one slightly. It's a very little line. Don't go all the way down to the vanishing point because you don't want to go through the bottom part of the A. So we'll draw that. Now I line this one up. It goes through itself, so I don't draw that one. The inside here, don't draw that one. So I'll go to the outside, line that up, draw that, line it up here, draw there. So all of these are connecting to the vanishing point. Okay, so now you can't just leave it like this. You do need to actually have your letters come to an end. Oh my goodness. Hey. Shh. Sorry, hold on. That's me. You're such a weirdo. Okay, sorry, found out something really weird. My dog does not like my hand on my computer screen while I'm making this video. Hopefully she doesn't bark again. Then I'll have to redo the whole thing. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to cause our boxes to come to an end. So we need it to be shaped like a cube. So we want this three-dimensional box. Right now, it just goes on forever. So what you're going to do is take your ruler, line it up with the edges. That's how you get the angle. Bring it down. You want a little bit of room to work with. So there's the two lines for the bottom. Okay. Now, I'm going to move my ruler and line it up with this angle here and bring it out to the corner because you want your points to connect. And I am also going to draw my little connection line right there. Okay, I know it looks a little weird. You can barely see it, but that's okay. So now I'm going to draw this side. I'm going to line my ruler up with this angle. Bring it over to connect right there. And then we can't really see it here, so we'll just leave it. And then the last one, you'll line this up and bring this down. We should have that connection right there. All right, so now we have the box part of the A. Now, I'm not going to make you erase this. You do not have to clean it up and erase it if you don't want to. If you want to, you can. I'm not going to because my pencil is really dark and it's not going to do a great job of erasing. Okay, next one is the L, which is a pretty simple one. So I'm going to start at my top point, line it up with my vanishing point down here, draw my line, and I'm just going to keep going to every point. Okay, line this one up. This one goes through itself, so I don't need to draw it. Line this one up, goes through itself, don't need to draw it. Line this one up, goes through itself, don't need to draw it. So for the L, you only need to draw these three. Then I'm going to line my ruler up to get that angle, bring it out, draw my line straight down, line my ruler up with this line at the bottom, bring it out, and draw my line. Make sure you have them connect at that corner so you get that nice sharp point. Okay, so now we have the three-dimensional L. Okay, So now we're going to move on to the E. Now there's a few spots that people usually forget with the E, and I'm going to make sure I show you guys these, so make sure you're paying attention. So I'm going to line that up. It draws through itself, so I'm not going to draw that one. Line this one up. So I'm going to keep, don't forget the inside ones, okay? People always forget these ones. This one draws through itself, so I'm not going to draw it, but don't forget this little outside one. This one here goes through itself, so we don't need to draw it, but this bottom one we do need to draw. Switch my rulers so I can see. And then this one here draws through itself, so we don't need to draw it. Now, the way the E works, these two are the same, and then this one is a little bit shorter. So I'm going to line my ruler up, bring it out. This is for the two outside ones, okay? Then what you're going to do, line it up with this horizontal line here, bring it down, go straight across like that. Line it up with these vertical lines in the back. Go straight down. You can actually do both of them. Now, if this is correct, these should, if you line up your horizontal line here, should make a pretty decent point. There we go. Now, the one I did forget, right there. A lot of people forget this short guy. You always just make this one a little bit shorter than the two on the side. Okay? All right, next, I'm going to do the W. Same thing, just start connecting all the points to the vanishing point. All these little corners and angles here. Do not forget the inside ones. Everybody always forgets the inside ones on the W. Don't forget those. Now this one goes through itself, so I don't need to draw it. This one goes through itself, don't need to draw. This one is right on that line, so we don't need to draw it. This one here goes through itself, don't need to draw it. This one goes through itself, don't need to draw it. And this one goes through itself, don't need to draw it. Okay? So this is the only one that's really weird. It's like right on the line, so we still don't need to draw it, so we're okay there. All right? Okay, then this one's pretty easy. Once you've got all your points, line it up, bring it out. You're going to draw the three top lines. Make sure you have them on the top part, okay? Then for the inside, line your ruler up to get that angle. Slide out your ruler, and boom, just straight down like that. You won't do the other side because you can't see it. Line your ruler up here, bring it out just to that bottom line, line your ruler up here, and just like that. So do not forget your inside parts, okay? So that is how you do letters in perspective, and that's what your worksheet should look like when you're finished.